Every year about this time, I am reminded that I am not graduation speaker material. And that reminder comes in the form of nobody asking me to come speak at their graduation, no matter how much I prostitute myself out. I'll do it for nothing. I won't drink. I don't really, I mean, why should I be sober when everyone in the crowd is not? Damn high school kids. So I actually started writing a graduation speech column back when I was at the paper years ago, and I've revisited this subject from time to time. So I wrote this today, which is why we're really at an extreme risk of sucking, because I do rely on the editorial process to improve, to save me from bad ideas making it into the public, and that did not exist today. So these could be good. This could be, I don't know. So here we go. I read it by Candace a couple of times. She seemed to not tell me it sucked, which again, she just said, I was just trying to take a nap. It's graduation season once again, and once again, I find myself blacklisted, blackballed, blackened, Cajun style, whatever, by the graduation speaker industry. This comes as no surprise to me. Graduation speakers are, by nature, a controlling and paranoid bunch of glory hogs, and the last thing they want to do is share even the tiniest piece of the graduation speaker pie with an outsider, a rebel, like me. Someone, like me, who will go beyond the trite and cheesy graduation speech predictions of endless opportunities and changing the world for better and not living with your parents when you're 30. Someone like me who will speak the truth. Someone who lived with his parents when he was 30. Someone, graduates, who has already lived your bleak and bottomless future. And that's the thing. The problem with the graduation speaker business model is that it only employs the nerds, brainiacs, and other freaks who actually went out and made something of themselves after graduation. People who actually listened to the speaker at their graduation and then went out and did all that stuff. Like, that's helpful. It's like Shaquille O'Neal running a basketball camp for 8-year-olds, where all he does is walk out on the court with a whistle around his neck and a clipboard in his hand and tell the kids, okay, kids. I don't know if that's a Shaquille O'Neal impression or not, but I'm just trying to change character. Okay, kids, here's the deal. Be 7 feet tall. You got that? Any questions? It's like if Bruce Springsteen told young musicians that the key to success was to write Thunder Road. Well, no shit, Bruce. These are entirely the wrong people to be telling kids whose greatest life achievement so far is not going to jail, what success for them should look like. Kids who have serious discussions about the differences between Abercrombie and Hollister. Kids whose parents can't send them to the store with a $20 bill to buy groceries because they'll try to buy a PS3 with it. And when they find that they're $300 short, will forget why they went to the store in the first place, suddenly realize they have $20 with no clue where it came from, and celebrate by purchasing as many cups of Sonic Ice as it takes for the $20 to disappear. These kids are not the 1%. At least not the good 1%. Encouraging them to reach for the stars is just cruel, not to mention confusing, since they will almost certainly think you are talking about Kim Kardashian. Fortunately for all of us, those nerdy graduation speaker types invented the internet and the YouTubes and the Google, all of which allow me to deliver my graduation speech directly to the masses without the interference of the graduation speaker cartel. So here we go. Graduates, I will be brief. And not so much because I don't have a lot to say, but because I know I only have about 90 to 120 seconds to say what I need to say before your Ritalin-saturated minds turn their attention to Jersey Shore. or lip gloss or pornography. I will limit my remarks to 5 main categories: work, personal finance, family, personal achievement, and community. I like the nod of approval I just got from Heather. I approve of those categories. Proceed. Beginning with the world of work. The world of work is a stinking shithole of negativity and corruption. Make your peace with that, and the sooner the better. And for God's sakes, don't try to change it. Leave that to somebody else. That way you can either A, reap the benefits of their struggle without lifting a finger, or B, point and laugh all judgy-like when that person is ultimately escorted from the building by police. But seriously, it's much worse than that. Work is like a car trip, alone, across a vast, undifferentiated desert. And you always, at all times, have only just enough gasoline to make it to the next gas station. Then it's back on the road. So, coast on the downhill parts, floor it when the boss is watching, and more than anything else, simply try to survive. And by survive, I mean not really. Regarding personal finance, I'm sure most of you are prepared to start at the bottom of the economic ladder. That's how it should be. People should make their own way in this world. What I'm sure you are not prepared for is this. There is no actual bottom to the economic ladder. There are literally rungs added below you every day, creating at best the illusion of upward mobility. I'll put it this way. Remember those poor kids who used to drive across town on Halloween and trick-or-treat in your neighborhood? Are you really going to make me say it? That's you. Your kids are going to go to other neighborhoods. I'm sorry. But this is no reason to lose heart. There are still ways you can get by in the new downwardly mobile economy. This is a hell of a campaign speech. I think Obama should give this. There are still ways that you can get by in this new downwardly mobile economy. For starters, you can develop a taste for refried beans, peanut butter, and store-brand Fruit Loops every day. Open your mind to the idea of public transportation. Experience the health benefits of walking everywhere. Learn how to stretch your budget by stocking up on such items as sugar, creamer, napkins, toilet paper, paper towels, light bulbs, and other household necessities while at work. Even a printer cartridge from an out-of-service printer has some value. Also, hotel lobby breakfast buffets are another excellent nutrition source. It's not like they ask for your room key. Family. This is important because starting a family is an enormous personal and financial challenge, as I'm guessing about half of you already know. For those of you who have yet to start a family, I can tell you that there are some benefits to being a 32-year-old grandparent. Chief among them, the unique opportunity for your third or fourth wife to be your grandson's ex-girlfriend. If you must have an unplanned pregnancy, at least have the sense to do so in France or Canada or Vermont, where they have decent health care and your rights as a parent are not determined by closeted gay evangelicals. However, if you must have your child in Texas, be sure not to let anyone know about it, because babies, while hugely important before they are born in Texas, are quite often, upon being born, devoured by Rick Perry. So there's that. Personal achievement. Let's be honest. There's not much hope in this area. This should be clear to you now. But that doesn't mean you have nothing. Not literally. You've got those fruit rings, remember? But seriously, you have much to live for. So take care of yourself. Eat right. Exercise. Not only will that make those long walks to the bus stop in the rain more tolerable, but Buffalo Wild Wings only gives you your first uniform for free. If you outgrow that one, the second one comes out of your paycheck. Which brings us finally to community. Where would we be without community? The relationships with our neighbors, the ties that bind us together as a society. It's imperative that each of us who benefits from that community give back to that community in the form of service to it. And based on historical data, about 20 to 25% of you will do so by order of a judge. So good for you. In closing, graduates, let me say that I know I've painted a less than rosy picture, but it's an honest one. Now get out there, those of you not under limited house arrest, and have some fun tonight. It's graduation night, and it's all downhill from here. Wow, I was in a mood.